شهربت من شهربت زندگی میکنم
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Oh man! All right. Well, it seems like I'm getting some bad frameage here. I'm gonna try it though, I think, and see what happens. And if it sucks booty, then we'll just have to do a static video. But I can't really tell too much on off my phone looking at it. It seems to be loading okay, but I don't know. I guess maybe if some people were in the chat, if they can let me know what it looks like on their end, that would be lovely. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start it up, see what happens. What's up? It's your boy Z-Rex. It's No Noise. We live up in this biatch. May 26th, 2021. The market has closed. Obviously, that will be the equity. Traditional markets are closed because crypto never sleeps. And yeah, so hopefully, I mean, it looks like it's stabilizing a little bit on my frames. I'm hoping that it kind of keeps doing that. So let's just see what happens. And if there is any kind of stuff, Let's see. All right. We're just going to jump right into it. I'm sorry. This damn frames. This internet thing is very frustrating sometimes. All right. So anyway, Mama Bear, what's the deal? What are you doing today? Nothing. Same shit, different day. Stalling right at the 10 simple. Not the sexiest place you want to stall at, but I mean, all the EMAs on the total 2 are pretty much right in the same spot. But I mean, we're still bearish on these reads, so... Oh man, Bitcoin falling back underneath here already on the dominance. That's kind of hilarious. Altcoins, the flippening is really happening. Oh, damn, I don't like this daily, how this is shaping up. 2.5 hours left. It better do something way better than this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I mean, we are above the trend line, so that is cool. I'd say as long as we're holding about 37,000-ish, it looks okay. I think any price back below this 37.5 area is probably going to get some big sell pressure on it. And this candle kind of sucks right here. If it closes like this underneath the daily 200, I'm sorry, well, it is below the daily 200 too. But the daily 10 simple is what I meant to say. That's not going to be the sexiest. The 8 hour is trying to flip, though. The last couple candles, to be fair, have gotten to the neutral zone. But it's not really considered super neutral until they at least cross over each other. So yeah, we got some work to do on this guy. Yeah, this wouldn't be the prettiest close for the daily. Let's see what the futures did. Yeah, they're well underneath their 10 simple still. And these, let's see. Yeah, just the futures don't look as good at all on any level. Let's look at cracker time frames. Yeah, maybe on the 3 hour it's trying, but again, we're not trying to look at the 3 hours anymore for crypto because it just trades too much. Like, not too much, it just trades all day. So, yeah, kind of just struggling. I mean, Bitcoin's trying to base out here, but, I mean, we're still at lower highs, lower lows. The best thing we're doing is staying above the first engulfing candle. So, the bulls are trying to defend that mid 37,000 area. So, again, like I said just a second ago, we lose 37K-ish. We're probably going to get some continuation. And I'd probably actually look for... Man, I'd probably look for a retest of these super lows and maybe even break 30 if we did break 37-ish right here. Ethereum, what you doing? Pumping up to about 2,900. Not too shabby, Vitalik. Now it is trying to consolidate above the 2,700 level. Will it be able to stay up there is the question. Lots of pressure on the daily. And I think the 3 days closing. Oh, no, it's the 2 days closing today. All right, so the 2-day candle close on ETH was pretty good. Actually, let's go look at Bitcoins real quick because that's probably about to do it too. Yes, I mean, these 2 days on ETH and Bitcoin are pretty decent closures. Really hammering that 37. Yeah, look at that. This base is right on it, 37.5. Man, so 37,000 is super serial for Bitcoin, and the I would say about the 2,500-ish area. What is this biz here? Yeah, about 2,500-ish, maybe to 24, but that's starting to put a little pressure on. I'd like the bulls to defend 2,500 handle and keep working its way up here. Again, these weeklies that are going to close this week are going to be very, very important. All right, ETH futures. Yeah, whatever, nothing too crazy. Litecoin, yep, rejection 10 simple, barely holding on to its 200. It is above it, so that's kind of cool. So 175, as long as it's above 175, I guess it's not super bearish, but do realize that we're below all the EMAs. The last thing that's saving you is these, I shouldn't say below all the EMAs. We're below all the short-term EMAs, but the long-term ones are saving price action in this zone right here. And all the oscillators are still bearish, so there's still a lot of work to be done by Das Bulls. And we even have some type of little funky trend line right here as well. Let's see. Yeah, so that's putting all the way up here to about 200-ish. So, yeah, I mean, not really super sexy yet. Like, it's trying, but not quite there. Ethereum Classic, nice pump here up to 87, but getting rejected. This is kind of furthering my feeling yesterday that this, if you got trapped in here, I do think that this is giving opportunity for you to reset. Maybe, I mean, I would use it if I bought back in this cluster thinking this was a buy the dip, which is totally reasonable off of a 21. The problem was with it was when you got the attempt to rally back out of it, it got rejected for 4 more days. Pinging on the 21, so that was kind of like a little warning sign when you get these 3 candles in a row with no follow through. Like, we should get follow through off the 21 if it's going to remain bullish. We didn't, but anyway, that's hindsight. Right now, this is I think this price was giving you a decent opportunity to get out, and of course, yeah, this could still rally up. I mean, Ethereum Classic has this stupid chart being above the weekly 10 simple here, and I mean that's one of the strongest charts. The problem is, though, the weekly has lost its momentum, and generally when that happens, you gotta wait for a second for price to reset. Usually on weekly candles, you just don't slap them, go back around to the other side. So, and you can see mega resistance here in the 80 handle. As we talked about yesterday, all price went into the 80 handle, but look at this, already coming all outside of it and making a kind of little shooting star type doji on a major pivot point. Ripples, what you doing, Rips? Garlic breads, just chilling. I mean, yeah, we're just right on the bottom of these ranges. It's the same shit as yesterday, getting rejected from the 10 simple so far. I mean, so none of these really look super good yet. Yes, they're trying to do attempted basing. Oh, Link, though. Here we go. So all these XRP, XLM, DOT almost have the same formations, and until they're back up, at least in these boxes right above it, and there's not a box on here, but it's $1-ish, $1.10. I mean, we're trying right now. I mean, it's a decent attempt. We just need the follow through, that's all. All right, yeah, my frames keep dropping, so that's a good sign. I like that. All right, XLM. Yeah, we already did that. Dot. Link is actually attempting to make a higher high on the structure, and if this does close back above 30.5 or so, that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent work by the bulls there. Their next big challenge is going to be the 36-ish area, it looks like. But not too shabby. It does have all the EMAs down. I mean, momentum isn't really on the bulls' side quite yet on oscillator. Speaking of the oscillators anyway. But man, you know, this daily candle closing above these would be pretty good. If it loses that and goes back below it, it's just probably going to range more between 25 and like 30. So, again, man, and it's all about the mama bear. What is mama bear going to do? ADA, look at this, man. Cardano bouncing nicely off these horizontals at about 130s. Not too shabby there. Big day today. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty decent. We don't have any higher highs though. Like, so we're right at even. So I'd really like to see a close above 180 to make a higher high on this biatch. But man, weekly though, it's kind of like ETC. Doesn't look too shabby. Shockingly, right? BCH. Yeah, just trying to hold on to this 200, man. It's really got to do that, or this one's probably going to be dumping back to 300s if we lose this 200 again. And the weekly, oh man, the weekly's got still a lot of work to do. As long as it's sub like 800, it's kind of whatever. Yeah, because these daily charts just need a lot of help. BSV is attempting to do something like chill and just hang out at the range. And not even a fun range, like a shooting range or something. It's just in a sideways, boring range. Like, look at this. All smack in the middle of all this business. Maybe this weekly can get back above here, but same shit as yesterday. Until this thing really gets back above, you know, like the horizontals and all this business right here at about $200. You know, maybe conservative. Like 190 probably gets it a little bit of pump too. But really, it's about all this is. Trend line, 200, 377, 10 simple, and that's all at about 200. So below that, it's not incredibly sexy. EOS, and people were like, oh, well, yeah, but look at these giant rallies off these lows. Well, yeah, it's called relief rallies or dead cat bounces sometimes. The only thing that's good is like on this one, we closed at the top like we were talking about yesterday. That's pretty sexy. So bulls are saying, hey, dude, we're going to try to defend the mid-lower $5 handle. So probably about 520 to 550. As long as we're holding that, you know, there's a decent chance on EOS. So there's about 5 cryptos, I think, right now that are showing a little bit of strength. EOS is one. ETC is one. ADA is another one. And I think those are the ones off the top of my... Obviously, Ethereum. But... yeah, I mean, this weekly has still got a lot of work to do. Major resistance at like $7. So until we flip these EMAs back around, it's just not that great. But it's better than the other ones, though. I don't want to just be all negative. It is better than the other ones. XMR, chilling, getting real. We're about to get... man, there's big moves coming here soon. I really do think that in the next few days, for sure by the weekend, we're going to get some more gargantuan action because we're getting all the short-term EMAs on daily time frames. They're starting to put pressure on those candles. And generally, you're going to get moves out of that. And by kind of default, you do have to lean to the downside slightly. I mean, you got DMI bearish, RSI is bearish, EMAs are bearish, price structures bearish. So it's like... you know, until Monero gets above like 270, 280, it's not great. And a lot of these charts we've looked at are getting rejected from the 10 simples. So, yeah, here's another one, kind of same thing. Just super indecision. I mean, this isn't that crazy, too, even with this getting slammed down into this big range right here, you know, as Bitcoin decides what it wants to do. Markets are just doing some nice relief rallies. In hopes that bitty Bitcoin mama bear starts to break out of its little slump, which would be over about 43,000. That's where I would start to get a little bit more excited about the BTC. Very formidable resistance on Dash at 220. We got up there today, but again, kind of getting rejected. You can see we're getting that pressure. The 200s are right underneath. The 10 simples are right underneath. We're usually around a lot of horizontals here, so there's a big move of bacon. Oh, man, Doge kind of giving it up. That sucks. I was hoping this thing would get follow through. I don't have any Doge right now, but, you know, just because I've always liked Doge way pre-Elon Madonna. Got into it, and I was like, it's green and Doge. Whatever. He's late to the party. Doge has always been pretty cool. As long as it holds 30 cents, it's okay. Man, anything back below 30 cents, we probably come test this trend line, depending where that's at. But man, this channel that it's in, you can see back to when it first started breaking out at the beginning of the year, actually. You know, just a small 7,800% gain. So we probably like 20-30% to the downside if we lose these low 30s, about 31, 30 cents. But hey, man, just keep going sideways by mid-June, which is funny because a lot of these charts do have those, like the altcoin charts have a lot of matchings with the ribbon chart and all the data that we've gotten on that, which is right here, the of all the averages, etc. We've talked about this a bunch of times, but this being kind of the average towards the end of the run. For this capitulation phase. And so, man, a lot of the charts are actually showing the same kind of thing, like in about mid-June. So I'm really expecting resolution for most of these patterns by then. Let's see. Kind of very neutral on the low time frame for ES. man, you know, I thought I would have a little bit more oomph here, but just kind of chilling. I mean, it's just hanging out at the top end of the candle range, so it's not like bearish. And as long as it's hold, look, you can see the last 2 days, bulls defending that 180 area. That's a very critical area. That was also OPEX level, so nice little follow through on Zacchaeus. As long as it's above 13.3, it's bullish, man. I mean, yeah, there's that resistance at the 13.7 handle, but hey, here we're in it right now, and we did close in it technically, so bulls do have a pretty good chance of trying to break this this week. YM still okay as long as it's kind of holding it like exactly where it is. 34,000 is pretty much all good in the hood. Rut had a nice day today, but it's still in the middle of its stupid range, but very nice rally on Rut. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I mean, this one was on fire all day today. Wow. Just out the gates saying, what's the dealio? Lots of resistance, though, at... actually, let's use volume profile. Let's use the volume profile cheat sheet on this. Oops, that's not the right one. Wow. Jesus. Look at that. What the hell? Okay, we had to zoom far back out to all its data. You can see there is a definitely big cluster up here, but holy crap, this is what we were talking about yesterday, and volume profile is very much agreeing with this analysis. Anything back below like 2050 on Rut, because we've been looking at this weekly and just been like, dude, what is this ugly ass crap? And so volume profile agreeing, anything back below 2050, it's like, it's free fall mode. You can see there's a few little fat nodes right around, you know, mid-19s, one right here at mid-18s, but really, that is pretty brutal. Russell best not be going down there, or it's going to get fugly. Still under the mama hump. Oscillator's still kind of funky. 3 hour might be resetting here this week. Actually, it has a pretty good chance of resetting this week. If we're holding about 22.20, these oscillators are all going to start pointing up, and actually will look pretty damn good on the 3 hour for Russell. So Russell and NASDAQ kind of showing pretty good strength and abilities to probably bust through some range. Dow Jones just chilling. VIX getting monkey hammered. Look, it's going right to this trend line cross. Maybe we can keep coming down here, do some more clustering. Man, just absolute murder fest. This is usually what happens, guys, to vol. That's what we were stating back here. You know, it gives you the warning shot, but when it gets above it, you might want to look for really, really large moves to the downside on VVIX. But, I mean, if it gives it up immediately, and especially when you get these big rejection candles, those are very, very important on VIX, VVIX, and slice through all the EMAs. So now this is going to have to do a reset. Earl's, man, it's trying, but it's just struggling. The devil is strong at 666 up here. So it looks like it's, man, I don't want to say probably, but it's got a pretty decent chance, I think, to actually pump through this. Why is there such a big, fat orange line on here? That is way too much. We do not need all of that. All right. So, yeah, again, though, really got to get above that 666 level, and $64 is kind of the floor. I almost, let me see. I probably could, 64 was it, and it's still pretty important, but, man, even losing, like, this low right here at 65.20 probably isn't going to bode very well for the bulls. Bonds just kind of chilling up here at the tops, nothing crazy. A lot of stuff was like really boring today, actually, for the most part. Man, notes, look at this. Boom. Higher highs, higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher high. This is a trend change on bonds, guys. We've been watching this chart like stupidly for 2 months now, and it looks like it's finally breaking out. It really does. Let's see if TNX gets some more momentum to the downside. It has broke the trend line now, but as with trend lines, everybody's watching the same movie, so we need at least like a couple more below this, and really ultimately like another close below like 155, and that would probably confirm a break of this. But the way notes are looking, this is a pretty bullish setup. Euro chilling. I guess actually down on the day. Sorry, this is yesterday's price. So actually a little bit down. So Dixie's probably... Yeah, look at Dixie. Just can't make up its mind. And look, every time it rallies, though, it's right to the 10 simple. I mean, back here it didn't, but, you know, the last few weeks that's been the case. And so, yeah, until this price structure changes, it's same shit, different day. Just kind of ratcheting up, ratcheting down. Dollar versus euro there. DAX still looking fine. I don't have any issues with this chart. 3 hours losing a little bit of momentum. Okay, daily is kind of a green. Okay, yeah, so, but as long as it's above this about 15,300 handle, it looks okay. I'd like to see the momentum flip on the daily, though. That is one little concerning thing, that there's no momentum on the daily oscillators. In fact, they're actually bearish. Well, RSI is neutral, but DMI is actually slight bearish, so that's kind of interesting. Shanghai, let's go. Follow through. This thing is bullish as F right now. I mean, this thing has reset. It looks great how this weekly closes. Weekly needs some momentum. It doesn't have any momentum, but 2-day, I think, just closed, didn't it? Yeah, 2-day, beast mode candle. I mean, yeah, this thing looks great for... I'm long this still, and I'll be long for a little bit. Maybe if it breaches like 35, 50-ish, I might get a little concerned, but, I mean... I bought down here on this low of this tick, so I'm just chilling. I'll just hang out for now. Gold. Gold is kind of interesting here. I think that... Man, alright, so gold, I'm a little bit perplexed now. Like, I've been super bullish on metals, as y'all know, and if you watch these streams for the last couple of months, been uber bullish, especially on silver. But it's kind like silver is kind of... I actually don't like what silver's doing right now. There's something that rings weak to me on this chart. And yes, it's above the oscillators and all that stuff, blah, 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 like what I usually look at and like. But there's just something about it that I'm not a huge fan of. And I do think that I think there's going to be a little bit of selling pressure. So today I actually did exit all my silver positions. And it was a great run. I made some good money on those, most definitely. But now I just kind of want to wait a little bit. I don't care about sometimes re-entering profits and paying a little extra commissions to do that. But this right at the top of this range, it's just kind of stalling. Yeah, it could definitely close the daily above this 2840 area, and I would change my tone instantly. But right now, this kind of just lackluster, and you can see the daily has lost momentum on the RSI. It's starting to lose it on the DMI too. And how about this 2-day? The 2-day still looks fine and really above, like, I might be overanalyzing this, and I do that a lot, especially with my premature exititis. But, you know, it's probably still fine technically above like 2720 because, I mean, you can see this on the 2-day. It looks pretty good. But there's just, I don't know, there's just something just is odd about not having any good continuation after we made a pretty good attempt last week to bust through this. And now we're kind of just poo-pooing over here, just grinding to the right. And so... I will definitely re-add if we can break above like 2850, but let's go look at GDX, because sometimes GDX can give us a little bit of clues on the metals. GDX is actually okay here above like 3850. GDX actually has a little bit better of a chart, so yeah, I don't know, man. I'm probably overanalyzing it, but I've got some good profits in there, and we're just chilling at the top of this range right now. And maybe it's my hopium wants a little dump to come back so I can reload some new positions down here. That totally could be the case, but I don't know. There's just something about this chart, and especially if this week doesn't follow through, I definitely will be more concerned about some random little 5-10% dilly dildo on here, which I would definitely be using as a buy opportunity. Don't get it twisted. Macro, I'm still very bullish on silver and precious metals in general, but yeah, just kind of funky. I don't know. I'm just going to take my money off the table to claim my profits and just wait a little bit, because you can even see on the 3 hour we just busted through all the EMAs, and that's generally not a good sign. So see, like, this should have been kind of rounding off, and yeah, this could rally off of here for sure, you know, whatever, anything can happen, but I don't know. I just want to be a little cautious right here, and it was a pretty heavy sizing I had for silver. And let's see if this little ascending triangle on the weekly, which is kind of something like this, can break out. And if it does, then I'll be happy to buy dips again, which this targets to about 33 bucks. And so, again, just going to wait. I'm just going to wait now. I got a good trade on there. Now we're at major resistance. Yeah, I don't know. Something's just kind of weird about that silver chart. The gold chart looks pretty, like, a lot better, but I don't know. Whatever. That's what I'm doing. That is what it is. I'll be happy to buy some dips on some silver. Platinum, it looks like platinum's starting to make lower lows, lower highs, especially. I mean, yeah, this kind of sucks. I mean, until it takes back out 1244. Yeah, on the daily, it's not too great. And even the weekly is actually showing that same price. A little higher, about 1230, but still very interesting. It's choppy chop fest on world market still, so it's all good. All right, I think that's it. Let's see, position list. Anything pumping today good? Nope. Got murdered on this one. I should have let that go yesterday. This was probably bad management by me. But I guess maybe not. It was right here at the low end of the range, so I was like, well, one more day, and if it breaks this range, then it's probably screwed. It did. Not only did it break it, it murder fest broke it. But that's okay, whatever. That's why I don't put all my eggs generally in one basket, so you can take those losses, and it's all good. But let's go. What? Let's go. What? Blackberry? What? Finally getting some love on this. We were doing that on yesterday. Or actually, no, we did a late stream yesterday. I was doing that during the day. I actually bought Blackberry. I had it back over here. Actually, even before this dump, I had it back over here. Then this. I was just kind of accumulating. And then yesterday I was like, man, this is just this has been going sideways boring. Kind of like GameStop, where it was just really boring for a while, which we'll go look at in a second. And right on top of these highs before the breakouts, I was just like, oh, okay. And you know, I mean, it's down 70-something%. So, and on this, I'm just looking for maybe getting up here around like 11 bucks, 10, 11 bucks is kind of my target on that. So not too shabby. Western Digital bought down here in these dips. This one's starting to run good. Really will like this if we get any price action above 77. Would look real sexy. Zine, let's go, baby. Love this. Weed stocks actually getting lots of love today. So they're getting some follow through. Like, we've been talking about those for weeks, man. And now they're finally coming to fruition. Zine was one of the first. We'll go look at a few of those in a second. But yeah, this one looks super good. I'm still holding my short put on this. Short puts. Fang is bouncing a little bit, so that was nice to see it play a little catch up. That one's still a little thorn in my side, though. Looks like a lot of stuff is kind of just bouncing. Man, Nat, look at this one. Beautiful, beautiful. We identified this one back around here on the 19th or so when it dipped in. This one has been a pretty phenomenal runners thus far. Looks like they beat earnings, so market kind of likes that. But everything else is, I mean, actually everything else is pretty good. Oh, this is what I did add today. I added a small position on Discoteca, or I'm joking, Discovery. It's just kind of disco almost in the ticker. Because we've been real patient on this guy, man. So patient. I've been wanting to nibble it all through this, man. All through late April and early May. And I was like, no, just wait. We're probably going to get some more pressure down to this level. We did. We're here now. And I'm like, okay, we got a little bounce. Bulls are saying, hey, we're going to defend this lower 30-ish. Wish I would have bought it yesterday, but that's okay. I'm starting small, and I'm going to start nibbling on this guy as long as we're holding 30 bucks. Anything back below 30 bucks, though, I'd probably look for mid-20s. So this is a very, like a small trade, and also just very cautious on the, cautious, is that the right word? Maybe aggressive. I'm going to be very aggressive on the management. Because, you know, this weekly back last week was not very sexy. But look where we are. You can even look at a monthly on this. Look at this monthly. Actually, the monthly's... wow, the monthly's actually coming back to retest and confirm a bearish or a bullish breakout here. That's actually very interesting. Right at a 618, too. Shit, okay, guys, I like that long. I didn't notice the monthly chart when I did this. I actually like that long a little bit better. Yeah, this weekly's nasty. Oh my god, Wells Fargo downgraded something. This is so stupid. And this is like, boom, bam, all through this. But look at all that bidness, though. That biz, though. Let's look at, man, volume profile is not very helpful on this at all. It's like pretty much the same exact thing all the way through. So let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, yeah, coming right back to this fat node. All right, I like it. I'll probably continue to add on dips on this one as long as it's holding about 30 bucks. But, yeah, not too shabby. And that monthly, this is, because, I mean, obviously this got a little ahead of itself. I mean, in 3 months it went up 80%. Actually, it went up about 180% if you count the wick on this guy. But pretty much has given it all up from top to bottom. What was it, 70%, 60%? 60% down, right back over here to maybe a more fair value, but I do like this zone right here. And anything back above 35 bucks, man, we probably will see 40. So I do like the risk profile right around here because it's easy to manage. It's about 10%, 5-10%, depending how far you want to take it to the downside from here. And I mean, the upside on this is at least, I'd say at least to like upper 30s, which is about 20%. So I'll take those odds. I like it. MJ. All right, look at MJ stuff. All right, look at this. So we've been watching these for a while, kind of the same thing with Discovery. We're just kind of waiting for some basing. Most of these are down 50 to 80% across the sector after the Mexican hype, which we were also taking part of on the channel. Selling into that. I actually sold most of my stuff on these 3 days up here, so that was a really good trade. I felt awesome about that. But let's see. Now we've got, I think, the re-opportunity of just slow bleed for this whole year pretty much. And now we're just basing on these previous highs. So it's kind of like the altcoins are doing. We're just kind of chilling right before they did this little blow off top and giving up all this crap. I mean, look at this. 77% down. 1 day, 37% back over here. Ouch. But anyway, now they're starting to look attractive, hanging out right on the 200s. Let's look at a few that actually have bounced nicely off of those 200s or 377s. They're all pretty much right, either right on top of those or right on that, looking left. So you've got that. Look at this one has just been bullish as hell. Marimed, this one, I can't believe that I missed the opportunity on this because, Jesus, man, I had the most beautiful setup. Marimed is agricultural. They're going to be able to take a lot of advantage of the Mexican legalization, I believe. And so, yeah, I mean, this is mega hyped up. Tilray, look at this, going sideways, bouncing up, showing a little bit of life today. A lot of these are actually doing that. Can was doing it. Where was the where are you? ACB's continuing to bounce off that low. And by low, I was just looking left here on this gap fill. The Green Organic Dutchman. Look at this thing. Higher highs, higher lows. I mean, this is like trend changing stuff. So Green Organic Dutchman, I'm actually probably gonna put this guy on the green list. And buy any dips. I'll be looking for something maybe around like 28, like upper 20s. 28 to 29 pennies, and I will nibble on that. But this thing has been looking sexy for a while. Let's see. I think CVSI. Oh my God, I'm so mad. I literally was on crack time frames today, and I was like, at the very end of the day, I was trying to buy this. I was like, damn. I was like, CVSI, and it didn't. The candle didn't look like this. It was only at about like 35. Here, I'll zoom in to show you what I'm talking about. And so it was right here. It's like in this cluster. I was like, I guess it was 36. Okay, so it was like 36. I was trying to get it filled, and it just kept running away. I was like, what the hell? And I didn't have the chart up. I was just looking at the order book, and it just keeps running and running. I'm like, dude, it won't fill. And I'm like, I'm just going to hit the market price on this bitch. And by the time I did that, it was already, it was closed. But I was just like, dude, for like this 5 minutes, I was trying to get filled, 5-10 minutes. I didn't even realize, because I think that broker I'm using has a little bit of delayed data. And so I was like, I didn't even realize that it was already that high. Or actually, maybe I'm on delayed data here. Oh, shit, I am. Oh, no, post-market's delayed. Okay. Yeah, so I was like, oh, God, this looks great. I need to buy some of this at this low. It's just been chilling. Missed that one, though. It's all good. THC, but the whole point of showing these is like we're bouncing off these nice areas. There is opportunity brewing in the weed sector. So very nice to start seeing that to come to fruition, because we've been watching that for a month or so at least. So pretty nice. Like that. How's ammo stocks doing? Pew pew. Ruger, because they were looking pretty good. Oh wow, yeah, look at this. Ruger's flagging out here. Anything back above 78, this bitch is probably gonna go test like 80s. Smith & Wesson looking beautiful. Nice chart. Oh yeah, Smith & Wesson. Oh yeah, that bitch is getting greenlit. So is Ruger. Oh wow, dude, yeah, whoa, dude, gun stocks aren't playing, bro. I was in PAL, but I took it off. I had a small, or I'm pretty sure I took it off. Let me go double check. Yeah, I just had to put on there. I took it off already, though. Made a little bit, but man, I might be re-entering on this. I'm going to put that on the orange list. Yeah, wow. Pew Pew stocks. What's up? All right, what else do we got? Yeah, nothing there. Psilocybin stocks, I feel like, might be getting some love coming up here soon, if the weed stocks are. Looks like, oh, look at this one. Compass Pathways? What the hell is this? I don't know. I just like that it's hovering right here on all this business. Looking left. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Pretty nice. Pretty easy risk management. Anything below like $31. So this one isn't too bad. I'm going to put that on the watch list. Code. That one looks like it might be putting in a reversal right here. Anything back above 21 cents would probably usher in a pretty good move. Get lit. Mine. I wish. So earlier today, my God, if I have any foreign people watching this show that have access to this market, I think that this stock right here is about to rip face to the upside. And you're like, why? There's nothing on here. You usually like these, indicators and stuff. And yes, this is true, but I also use pure price action as well, with a little bit of fib stuff, but that's pretty much price action. So you can see this is a psychedelic stock index. It's not available for U.S. residents for whatever reason, which kind of sucks, because Horizons makes a lot of stuff that is available to U.S., but not this one. And so I was just looking at this, and I guess I drew this on when it was pumping. I was looking for that 618 support. You can see it tried, but then it ultimately just busted through it. And then it comes back and retests that. So very bearish trend, right? But look where we are now. We're at the 168 extension from this move. Now, this is a target a lot of times bears will go to. And so you got 30, 40, or about a 40% correction. And I was just trying to nibble on this and hold it for, just about $7.30, or maybe about $7 to see if this could be a little base right here, because a lot of times you will find bases will start putting in around the 618 golden ratios, and or resistance too, right? If it's to the upside. But yeah, I don't know what they hold. I was going to research that here in a little bit and see, but I do think some of these charts, specifically this CMP one, I think Code has a decent chance. It's not very well traded. It's got decent volume. Not very much, but if you're using small trades, which I would do with this anyway. So I would say that Code one, CMPS look fairly decent for some turnarounds, and this one looks okay too, but it looks like it's really thinly traded. Yeah. I mean, most of these stocks are probably going to be like that, to be fair. Not too shabby, though. If weed stocks get some super love, I'd imagine that it'll just attract this sector over to it a little bit as well, because they're not that far off. All right, sector majors, and we're going to wrap it up. Really? Regional banking? Wait, what? That literally just said minus 2%. Y'all saw that. And then it reprinted 1.5%. Weird. I guess it rallied late or something. I don't know. XLV, XLB. Retail booming today. Wow. Okay. Dude, wow. Retail is booming. That means like Macy's and some of that other stuff probably was pumping. Urban Outfitters, I think we were looking at too. Oh, look at that. Yep. Nice pump there after the, I guess, earnings beat. Yeah, smashed on. Not too shabby there. Let's go look at blockchain stuff. Riot, look at this. Like the weed stocks kind of hanging out on these lows. Rallying a little bit. Yeah. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I do think that this is probably putting in a little base here, which bodes well for crypto. MicroStrategy doesn't look as good. It's right. It's kind of just like Bitcoin and the alts is right on that 10 simple. So we'll just have to wait a little on that one. But it's close, man. Kind of like those weed stocks are just chilling. We are getting a little bit of bounces today. Oh, man, nice. Square bouncing, PayPal bouncing a little bit. Coinbase finally making it back over its 10 simple. Can it hold it? Maybe. It's got Mama right here supporting it, so that's the best thing about this chart so far. HODL's trying to not die. Oh, damn it. Look at Overstock, y'all. Look at this shit. I stumbled on this one yesterday and was like, this looks so good. How does Overstock look so good? And here we are getting that follow through immediately today. Take off my cast. Getting that follow through immediately today. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Overstock, but everything about it is pretty damn sexy. This monthly chart, dude. Oh my god. I don't even know. I don't even know how this is like happening with Overstock. Like, are y'all kidding me? Look at this. 3,000% off its lows. I didn't even look at it in the Corona crash like an idiot because, you know, a lot of crypto people were watching Overstock for a little while, but man. And then to put this pattern on top of this run, I mean, that's stupid. That is absolutely bananas, y'all. And everything is bullish every time frame. Major resistance at about 112, but, I mean, this thing is making higher lows, higher highs. And as long as it doesn't do... Okay, so this pattern right here is a lot like the platinum pattern, right? So you got the higher lows, perfect little frequencies and all that stuff, amplitudes, whatever, it's all the same. But the problem was with platinum when it did this and then made a little bit lower one and then made a new lower one, like right around here. It's almost just like platinum's chart. And so that's not what we don't want to see that. That would be very terrible. We want to see this thing keep going up, come here, make another one, come here, like that, right? Just keep this sine wave up. And so if that happens, man, buying dips on this would probably be very well worth it. And that's why I have greenlit this thing, because I will be doing that on dips for Overstock. And I actually probably should put coin in the green light too, because at some point I do think Coinbase will be a good buy. But not quite yet. But yeah. Is it? No, I'm not going to put it on there yet. Overstock looks better. We don't want to fill up the green, which is everything. Then it turns into like an everything list, right? All right, bitty bits. 1 hour, 48 minutes. Let's go do something. 7 minute actually looks okay right here. Crack time frames, trying to get it in. Just kind of using that to dial in on the close here. Oh, man, major resistance at about that. Man, we did get up to 40,500 or so. Not too shabby today, which is right. Oops. Oops. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Which is right at the 200, man, and these horizontals resistance area, or bodies, sorry. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. Not in the best place. But anyway, bulls still need lots of work and lots of time to fix this damage to the chart. They're trying to creep up on the 8-hour. They broke it. They did this pump. Maybe this is now a higher high and retesting these lows to keep doing that. So that is the best sign that we've got on a decent time frame so far. But again, we just need this daily to kick some ass, and it's still going to take a little bit of time to do that. All right. So I think that's it for today's show. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all being here, all that fun stuff. And, you know, we're just be patient. There is going to be a point. We've been talking about almost every stream. Just don't be crazy about knife catching. Yeah, you could have made some money. Some stuff has bounced hard, but I mean, it's like, it's become super, super risky to do that kind of stuff. Like, look here, you're like, oh, I'm going to knife catch this. And it's like, oh, hell yeah, dude. And then one day you're up like 60% because let's say you bought down here on this candle and you feel like a genius and you're like, yes. And then in the very next 2 days, you're like back to even. And if you waited another day, you're like down, you know? And then you're like, oh, what the hell? Why am I so bad at this? And then the next day it pumps right back up and you're like, oh my God, I'm a genius. Like, that's a lot of emotional stress, and it takes extra management for your emotional capital. And it's just sometimes it's best to refocus, maybe get ready to do the next reset on these oscillators and kind of learn from some mistakes maybe you made during this time, and get ready for the next one. Because eventually, especially with like Bitcoin, some of the other stuff doesn't have such nasty charts. But especially for Bitcoin, these can't recross to the downside, right? So at some point, they're going to cross back up. And so we just got to wait for that. And Doge, maybe it will do that. Maybe that's where I'd really like to go get some opportunity on Doge. You know, and 30 cents was pretty good, but I just treated that as a scalp. I'm not doing hodl positions right now because Bitcoin's chart sucks. And so until Mama Bear's chart gets better, then I'll move back into some longer term holding positions. But right now, I need Mama Bear to confirm that we're not about to go sell off into the abyss again. And it's not quite there. It's closer. We got that candle, 2 days ago. That was the first sign, this big engulfing one. It's the first one been engulfed right on an important horizontal. So that's the first part. But now we're just getting rejected by the 10 simple and 200. So that's the next part of this battle. And then obviously that's going to jump up into the weekly. And this weekly, really I'd like to see it get back above 44,000, ultimately the 21. But I mean, if it just posts a green candle too at the bottom, yeah, it's still not too shabby. All right, guys, much love. I'll see y'all later. And that's it. It's been Z-Rex. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll see y'all guys tomorrow. Peace.